Well, hello, folks. This is Brian, and I'm coming to you actually from Chicago right now. And if you look right behind me, that's that building right there. You see it? That is the John Hancock Building in Chicago. I'm staying right across the street from it with my brother. My brother's a couple of floors down, I think, and I'm here in this fancy hotel. And you can see the almost see the lake front there. Yeah. All right. But I wanted to do this for all of my paid, I know I'm reaching, I'm so sorry. All of my paid people, right? And I wanted to give you all something that nobody's given me, which is really maybe just a little glimpse of my novel. I want to read maybe just the first page and a half of it. But this is for Mary, Joan, Natalie, Bill, Carly, Allison, Aileen, Mrs. Beard, Aaliyah, Stacy, Emily, Kate, Brian. I think that's me. I paid for my I paid for my own damn Substack. Marquita and Donna. And I really wanted to do this so that you know how much I appreciate you. As you know, many of you know, that my book is going to be coming out in October, and I wanted to make sure that you understood how much I appreciate you supporting my writing. And for those of you who know, probably half or more than half of the money that I get, maybe all of it really, has gone to causes that I believe in. And the people who will be benefiting this month is the people at the Montessori School of Inglewood, which is right here in Chicago. It's a charter school. It's a Montessori school, and my practice, School First, did some work with them just to sort of level set their leadership team a little bit. But I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you, just saying thank you, and by thank you I mean here's chapter 1 of Manchild at Yale, a novel. And the dedication, for those of you know, is for my mother and my grandmother and my child, for these three: Margaret Kirkpatrick, Margaret Ann Thomas, Olivia Margaret Thomas. And there is a line at the very beginning, before the chapter begins: we take unholy risks to prove we are what we cannot be. The Dutchman, Amiri Baraka. Chapter 1. During my senior year, let's try that again. Chapter 1. During my senior year at Yale, I died. Twice. Finally, I understand Springsteen's anthem about bones being ripped from your back. All those faces from my past who came to tell me what I was, who I'd become, made me feel all gelatinous after 4 years. It was like that Disneyland ride where all those ghosts popped out, mean mugging me from the past, telling me what I should have known all along. I know what I is and what I ain't, as the old timers might say. I know my minor key Telemachy was not my father's groove. At times, it didn't even feel like my own set list or my own jam, neither. However, I arrived, I had to get it all out like a stillborn tucked deep inside of me. I needed to put it down. This is how the bits are made. True tales sung for the masses. How some dreams become reality and reality becomes fate. I don't know about you, but where I come from, what you tell people is not always what they believe. I know this because I was told all kinds of smack before I got up to New Haven. People didn't even believe me when they heard where I was going. How the hell they going to believe me now when I tell them what happened? This is what coursed through me as I nodded away. This is a dream. I'm looking through darkness. I can see an opening up top, but my eyes are so used to this blinding black, I have a hard time focusing when I see her face. Her face. That's when I wake up with a start, waking or dreaming, dreaming, awake. End of dream. In the beginning, I imagined myself traveling on the Trailways bus in its belly from Chicago to New York due east. I'm down there with my things, and the bus's gut thumping and bumping along the interstate. What's under there? I try to remember. My new digital alarm clock that I bought myself. paid for with money from working at South Suburban First National Bank. The clock was the first thing I bought after my acceptance letter came. The bank gig was the first one I ever had. Really, it was mind-numbingly boring. All I did was count money in the back room away from the bank's massive vault. I don't think they trusted me or the 5'3" long-haired dude in a suit tie combo with a Sears shirt to be that close to the big ducats. Being a working man, I needed something more reliable for the morning. A new alarm clock was my big gift to myself. Nobody waking me up anymore. I could wake my own damn self up. Down there, I also have my records in the big suitcase. Of course, I'm hoping that someone in my close proximity will have a record player. Absolutely, they would. I'd be rooming with pretty wealthy kids who would have their own stereo racks and turntables and whatnot. Schaefer, are you cold? No, I lie. Okay, you can have a yawn punctuating her O of a mouth, hand coming up to cover it. The blanket. If you get too cold, she shoved the blanket half-heartedly in my direction anyway, her eyes already starting to go to half-mast. No, Mama, I ain't cold. Trying to tell her before she faded again. All the while trying not to have my teeth clack like one of those wind-up novelty toys with no face or mouth. It made me think of my mama, my grandmother, with her teeth in a glass by her bedside. The background rhythm of the sound of the tires keeping time with the pavement, along with the perfumed blue goo in the bus's porta potty, made us sleepy, queasy, and uneasy. All this change made me out of pocket. We left the other blanket somewhere in Pennsylvania, or I should say I left the blanket somewhere in Pennsylvania when we changed buses. It was embarrassing to be so forgetful. My brain was all over the place, especially these last few weeks. Not remembering much and not a lot of stuff coming in now, thinking about all the tisky little things I had to do to get to this point. I even tanked the last semester of high school. A lot going out, down the drain. And worse yet, I had to be the only person going to college 1,000 miles away who was traveling with his mother, one blanket, and not knowing if I would be okay in the end. To be or not at all to be. It's more like an answer if you ask me. They say you got to be smart to go to college. How could I be so stupid? Maybe stupid wasn't the word. I had resolved not to be so hard on myself. What did it get me? Looking in the mirror, frowning, cursing, and spitting at my dumbassery. Darts thrown at your own head rarely miss. On the other hand, that's how I got into this predicament I was in, being hard-headed and thick sometimes. Mama was half asleep, half awake, her head lolling around like one of those wrinkly dogs in a car's dashboard, eyes half open, seeing down the road to our future, my future. Unlike Mama, I was unable to sleep at all that well until we left the terminal in Chicago. Scared for our lives, I was both excited to be getting away and afraid we might end up dead. Everything at that time and during those years was like seeing through the wrong end of a telescope down a long hallway in a shotgun of a building. That way of seeing tunnelly with no periphery, blotted out people, their reactions, their feelings, and sharpened our feelings, my feelings. It's like nothing or no one else mattered in this moving, movie-like world. So those are the first 2 pages of the novel, the stuff that I read, of course. But I wanna again thank you all for the support and for getting me here. I think I have somewhere a little over north of 200 readers, 205 to be exact. And but you were the ones who supported me, and I wanted to make sure that you are getting the goods. And I hope that you will buy the book, buy 7 copies to give to your friends. Some of the people that I'm sending this to have, Mrs. Beard, for instance. She was my college counselor. She was the one who shoved the book in my face and said, "Hey, here's a place for you." She believed in me. And you all believe in me, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for really everything that you all do for me, and everything that you are. So thank you, everybody, from Chicago. This is Brian Thomas signing off.